We are now with the Gosnell Pirates and new coach, Lewis Ernest. So, Coach, if you don't mind, just open up and just with the opening statement and welcome to Gosnell.
Thank you. We're excited to be here. It's been a fun process. I got hired in April, and everything so far has been positive.
First, talk about, so I know it's kind of new for you, kind of learning all the players and who you got coming back and sorting everything out. So first, let's take it a step at a time. How about the offense? What do you project and foresee for the offense this coming season?
Well, we are switching to the spread offense, an RPO type offense from the double wing, and it's been a pleasant surprise of how many receivers that we have that has came out, and they do a really good job of catching the ball, and that's rare coming from a double wing offense, but they're doing great so far. We have a lot of skilled guys, and that's what we're excited about.
And your quick analysis of the defense.
Defense, we have two of the best defensive ends in the state. I've coached 13 years. I'm not sure I've seen a better pair. Landon Hicks, who's down here, and Jamal Carter. They're going to kind of set the defense for us, and we have, like I said, those same skilled guys that play receiver in the secondary, and they're doing a fantastic job picking it up.
And also introduce who you brought along with you today.
Okay, to my right here is Dalton Ewing. He's the offensive coordinator. He came with me from Wynn from last year. To my left is middle linebacker Garrett Gentry. Beside him is defensive end Landon Hicks. Beside him is wide receiver Amarion Partee. And at the end is Jai Darian Young, a running back.
Just pass the mic over to Garrett, and let me get into first question. New head coach, what's been the biggest change just to get acclimated to a new coach?
I think the environment in the locker room has changed a lot. We really, we get to come to football. We don't have to come to football.
That is phenomenal. What, as far as X's and O's, what's been the biggest challenge to you mentally as far as picking up what the new coach expects out of you?
Just going on the offensive side of the ball, just learning, from the double wing to the spread, just learning all the plays, and then the defense, just getting it down.
Going back to coach, has there been problems with the transition from a relatively conservative offense to a wide open offense?
Not at all. The players have surpassed my expectations. They picked it up well. We had 5 spring practices, and we've been doing it every day in the summer, and it's looking better and better every team camp. Today we had a team camp, and we looked the best that we've looked by far today.
Now, will you call plays?
No, sir. I'm the defensive coordinator.
Okay.
He's going to call plays.
Then pass the mic over to you. What can we look at from the Pirates as far as personnel and the offensive attack?
We go with a lot of we're a numbers team. I mean, we're going to try to get it at the box at the best numbers for us, I guess. RPOs, we're going to try to throw off of you, what you do, attack it like that. We'll go pro. Number one thing we're trying to do is run the ball. I know a lot of spread teams, they look at it, we're going to throw. We want to run. That's what we want to do is run the ball, and run the ball.
You mentioned RPO. Is there a lot of audibles at the line of scrimmage based on defensive alignment?
No. The RPOs that we're running is not audibles, it's into the play. It's built into the system. I played at Arkansas Tech under Brent Dearman, and he's a big RPO person. And with that being said, a lot of the stuff we do is a lot of the same stuff he's done.
I'm going to ask Marion. There's always a party at Gosnell, it seems like, always. And they're always pretty good, and you're certainly no exception to that. Talk about, the expectations going into the year for you and how you're going to make this football team better.
Hold on. I'm going in trying to do whatever I can to help the team succeed, and hopefully we can make a big run in playoffs.
I'm going to pose that question to the other two guys that hadn't had an opportunity to answer, but, maybe a strength you bring to this team to help you guys be successful this coming year.
On the offensive end, I'm playing wide receiver, and I play DB in secondary.
Okay. You can pass to either side of you. Just a strength that you bring to this team.
I bring high intensity to the team on offense and a lot of energy on defense. it's bound to, I'm a playmaker, so I try to make the big plays.
Just trying to be a team leader and doing big things on the defensive side of the ball.
Coach, if you would, I've asked this question to some of the other coaches in the conference, but this is a conference last year that had 4 teams in the hunt for a conference championship going into the last 2 weeks of the season. As a matter of fact, there was a team in the league that completely, they lost their final 2 games and finished 4th. So there's 5 teams, if you add Pocahontas into that equation this year, that have a shot to be pretty good and have a chance to win.
Yes, sir. The conference is very tough. We already know that. We watched film as soon as we got hired, and we started breaking them down, each team, and we noticed that the conference is a lot more athletic than it has been in the past. And I haven't been around the 4A. I've been in 5A my whole career, but I keep up with it. But, when you watch Rivercrest on film, they wow you. You watch Pocahontas, they're great. The Westside and Truman are just physical. And so we got our work cut out for us.
Coach, you mentioned dropping down in classification. As you drop down, it seems more and more prevalent. What is your philosophy or your thought process of two-way players, going both offense and defense?
Well, we have done a good job of recruiting some new players out into the program, and that was my goal. And I told each and every one of these guys that we're going to have as many one-way players as possible. Right now, as it stands right now, Partee and Jai, we hope will be the only two-way players that we have right now.
Good deal. How do you feel like about that as an offensive coordinator? Do y'all wrestle and fight over players and personnel?
No, we've done pretty good with splitting it up. Right now, if you look at our running backs, we have 4 to 5 running backs deep that they could start for any team right now. I mean, they're good. Our receivers, we got about 7 deep that we're getting them to where they all learn, and we plug them in, and they're good to go. Each one of them can be a big playmaker.
Obviously, and I'll stick with you, Coach. Goal is the playoffs and all that. How important is it to get that home playoff spot, though? I think you fell a little bit short of that last year.
Yes, sir. Gosnell finished 3rd in the conference last season, and they went to Arkadelphia in the first round.
Tough matchup.
That's a very tough matchup. Our goal right now, and I told the players from day one, our goal is a state championship, and we're not backing down from it. We have the players to make it happen. We are very talented and the skilled guys. Right now, our line is a little thin. We're hoping to build some depth there. But that is our goal right now, and I told them from day one, and that's going to be our goal until the last game of the year.
Landon, one more question to you. You play strictly defense. How would you feel if I asked you to play a little bit on the offensive side as well?
Whatever the team needs.
I like that attitude. Pass the mic over. I offer the same question to you, Garrett.
I play H-back some now, but like he said, whatever happens, for the team to succeed will happen, and I'll do whatever it takes.
You like defensive end, correct?
No, sir, I play middle linebacker.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. You play with your hand on the ground, don't you, Landon? Okay. Do you call the plays? Are you the captain of the defense out on the field?
I help us get lined up. I get it from the sideline and then help us get aligned and get us ready to go.
So you are the defensive team captain in my perspective anyway. Now, if y'all fall short, I won't even say that. What is your ultimate goal outside of winning a state championship, undefeated and all that? What would make a satisfying senior year for you?
It wouldn't be satisfying to me if we didn't win it all.
Well, that's a very good attitude. Coach, I guess I'll give it to Brandon. A closing statement, are we?
Well, I'll just say one thing, Coach, is Gosnell seems to always be deep at the skill position players. You're always going to have a running back and wide receiver depth, so that's a good problem to have as a new coach coming in. Yes, sir.
It's more depth than I even expected. We have players that didn't play last year come back out, and it's been a great problem to have. Coach Ewing and I, we sit on the phone for 30, 40 minutes trying to figure out how to get enough carries for all of our players, how to get enough balls thrown to all of our great receivers. We have secondary guys that could be starting receiver, and they're just as good. They're interchangeable, but like I said, I'm trying to keep them one way. And like Dominic McBride, he stepped up. He could be one of our best receivers, and but we need him at corner. But if something were to happen to Partee or someone like that, Dom could fit right in and join in and be great. We wouldn't lose a thing.
Yes, sir. Okay. Well, if you don't mind, just give a closing statement and just how excited you are and finally start playing football. You're in the pirate ship.
Yes, sir. We've been to our 6-team camp today. We are excited. I told him the other day we're 30 days away from playing Paragould, and it's coming up quick, but we are excited. The players have bought in, and they're here every day, and we can't wait to get going. And I want to thank y'all for doing this. It's a great thing for Northeast Arkansas and a great thing for all the local programs.